The internet was not prepared for what dropped today. Not the blogs. Not the reactors. Not the fan pages. Not even the messy Twitter detectives, who usually sniff out drama before it hits daylight. Because this time, the chaos didn't come from a leaked message, a blurry photo, or a sneaky source close to the situation. No, in a twist nobody saw coming, it came straight from Tiana's own mouth. And the second those words left her lips, every rumor she's been dodging for months, every whisper she called a lie, every story she said was misremembered, suddenly snapped into horrifying clarity. For weeks, Quincy's statement has been tearing through the internet like wildfire, his timeline, his receipts, his description of Malik popping up again and again like it was rehearsed. And still, Tiana smiled through interviews, insisting she didn't know what really happened that night. Until today. Because when she sat down in that chair, hair laid, lashes long, and voice too calm to trust, she made the mistake of repeating the line that blew this entire scandal wide open. I was giving a friend a birthday party, and that's when everything went left. The gasp you heard wasn't from the interviewer, it was from the entire internet. Because the second she said friend, the second she slipped that word left, the second she tried to rewrite the night Quincy mapped out step by step, she didn't shut down the rumors. She confirmed them. And now, there is no going back. The moment Tiana's interview clip hit the internet, the entire digital world tilted off its axis. Not a stumble. Not a wobble. A full collapse. Reaction channels went live mid-chew. Comment sections erupted so fast platforms started glitching. Fans who had sworn Tiana was innocent suddenly froze, blinking at their screens like they'd just watched someone confess without realizing they were confessing. Because when she said, I was giving a friend a birthday party, and that's when everything went left, people didn't hear a story. They heard a timeline. And not the timeline she meant to give. The clip spread in seconds. Zoomed-in edits. Captioned breakdowns. Slow-motion replays. Lip readers analyzing the micro-expressions around her mouth when she said friend. Body language experts pointing out how she touched her necklace, a nervous tell she never displays unless she's hiding something. But the real explosion didn't come from the fans. It came from the people who had already seen Quincy's statement. Because while Tiana sat there painting herself as a caring friend, hosting a thoughtful, innocent birthday celebration, Quincy was somewhere across the internet shaking his head like, girl, why would you even TRY this? He had already laid out the night step by step. Brick by brick. Moment by moment. Down to who called who, what restaurants were closed, who rode in which car, and exactly how Malik just so happened to show up the third time in a row. Now, suddenly, Tiana is claiming she organized a party for Quincy on a night when he says he didn't even want to go out. The contradiction slammed through the internet like a tidal wave. Someone posted both clips side by side. Within minutes, millions had seen it. On the left, Tiana smiling calmly, recounting how she made sure her friend had a great night. On the right, Quincy saying they were hungry and asked what was open. That's it. Stop the lies. The split screen became the new meme of the month. And then things escalated. Because while Tiana insisted she didn't really know what happened that night, Quincy's version was so detailed, so painfully specific, that viewers started picking up on things she never expected them to notice. Like the fact that she never once mentioned Malik by name. Never once mentioned who was actually in the car. Never once acknowledged the presence of the man Quincy says she was literally sitting on, in his words, in my friend's lap kissing in the backseat of that damn Uber. A detail Tiana glided past like it never happened. But the internet remembered. Oh, they remembered. Especially the part where Quincy said, "This is the third time Malik pops up out of nowhere when me and you hang out. You don't see the pattern." And suddenly, Tiana's line, "A friend's birthday party," hit very, very differently. On Twitter, the meltdown was instant. She didn't deny Malik, she just reworded the whole night. Her story switched again, but Quincy's hasn't changed once. She's trying to narrate a rom-com, but Quincy is telling a true crime timeline. I'm sorry, but that friend was not Quincy. Then someone found a screenshot from months ago, an old comment thread where fans had asked Tiana about her friendship with Malik. She replied with a single laughing emoji and said, "People make up anything." But the timestamp of that comment? 1 week after the night Quincy described. And suddenly, what looked like a harmless shrug became something darker, a possible cover-up. A misdirection. A keep eyes off the truth tactic. By now, the internet wasn't just suspicious. It was invested. Because every time Tiana tried to insist the night was blurry, confusing, or too chaotic to remember, Quincy's interview cut through like a razor blade. "You were sitting in that man's lap. You were kissing him. You didn't care I was in the car. That's the part Tamar, excuse me, Tiana keeps skipping." And the more he spoke, the clearer the pattern became. He wasn't ranting. He wasn't scrambling. He wasn't even emotional in those moments. He was annoyed. Offended. And absolutely certain of what happened. In contrast, Tiana's interview suddenly felt over-directed. Almost staged. As if she'd spent weeks crafting a version of the night that removed every incriminating detail, but forgot the internet had long memories, sharp eyes, and no loyalty to lies. When the interviewer asked her, "So you don't remember what really happened?" the pause before Tiana answered was clipped, mechanical. "No, I'm not aware of it." People replayed that moment obsessively. "No, I'm not aware of it." The tone. The stillness. The lack of confusion or grief or embarrassment. She didn't sound unsure. She sounded careful. And care is suspicious. Then the bomb dropped. A small account, one that claimed to have been at the first restaurant that night, tweeted, "Tiana wasn't hosting anything. She came in with her friends looking for food. Quincy wasn't celebrating. And Malik showed up 10 minutes later." Again. That tweet went viral in under 5 minutes. And 10 minutes later, an anonymous DM message leaked from someone who claimed to be part of the group chat Tiana shared with the people she went out with. It read, "She keeps telling the story the wrong way. She's gonna slip soon. She's gonna slip soon." That line set the internet on fire. Suddenly, every portion of Tiana's interview was suspect. Every sentence sounded like a rehearsed alibi. Every pause sounded like a lie being smoothed over. But the worst part, the part that made even her die-hard fans blink, came when a fan asked her directly in the comments, "Why did Malik keep showing up?" Tiana liked the comment. But didn't reply. Didn't deny. Didn't clarify. Didn't defend. Just liked it. And to the internet, that tiny heart-shaped tap was louder than any statement she could have made. It was the digital equivalent of flinching. Or smiling under pressure. Or whispering, "Okay, fine, maybe there's more to the story." Meanwhile, Quincy doubled down in his live stream. "I ain't stupid. I ain't blind. And I damn sure ain't about to let somebody rewrite my part in a night I barely even wanted to be part of." Clips of him saying that circulated instantly. Then someone slowed down the footage of Tiana's interview, and at the exact moment the interviewer says "rumors," her eyes flicker downward. A micro-expression. Experts called it a recognition moment. Not confusion. Recognition. Because whether she wanted to, because the voicemail didn't sound casual. It didn't sound flirtatious. It didn't even sound friendly. It sounded terrified. Like something happened the night before that he didn't want recorded, didn't want questioned, didn't want examined under the light of day. And that's when people noticed the timestamp. 3:14 a.m. 3 hours after Quincy says he went home. 2 hours after the group allegedly went upstairs. About 1 hour before Tiana reportedly woke up confused. So why, was Malik calling her in the middle of the night? Even worse. Why wasn't she awake to answer? And then another leak surfaced. A screenshot from someone claiming to have seen the voicemail the day it was made, before Tiana deleted it. The transcription app labeled the voicemail with 2 chilling words, urgent missed. Urgent, for what? Urgent, about what? Urgent, because of what? And that wasn't even the worst part. Someone slowed the audio down. Someone cleaned up the static. Someone enhanced the background. And in the background, barely audible, there was a second voice. A woman's voice. Whispering, "Why did you call?" Fans went feral. Who was the woman? A friend? A cousin? A passenger? Someone who shouldn't have been with Malik at 3 a.m. Within minutes, #who is she started trending. People created spreadsheets, timelines, photo grids, flight logs, astrology charts, everything, to figure out who else was with Malik that night. And then, like gasoline on the fire, a new account posted a string of cryptic messages that appeared to be from inside Tiana's circle. You're all asking the wrong question. It's not who was with Malik. It's who should have been with Malik. That hint was so loaded, it stopped the entire internet mid-scroll. For the first time, people wondered. Was Malik supposed to be with Tiana? Was she expecting him? Was this rendezvous planned? Was Quincy accidentally the third wheel in a situation he was never meant to witness? And that's when the interview clip resurfaced, the moment Tiana said, "I don't really know what happened. I only remember giving a friend a birthday party." People spliced the interview with the voicemail. Her voice layered over Malik's. "I don't really know what happened, Tiana, call me." The combination made viewers physically uncomfortable. Because the overlap sounded like guilt wrapped in confusion, wrapped in a lie, wrapped in a phone call no one was meant to hear. Then something even more unhinged happened. A former friend of Tiana's, someone who'd been quiet for years, randomly tweeted, "She's been lying about that night from day one." No context. No follow-up. No explanation. Just a digital bomb dropped and left to detonate on its own. Within minutes, her account went private. People stormed into the comments of her old tweets begging her to elaborate. Others demanded she be interviewed. Some begged her to let the truth be free. And then a second tweet appeared, this one from an associate of Malik. "Don't start what you can't finish." That tweet alone triggered a full-scale digital war between Tiana's fans, Malik's fans, Quincy's supporters, and the neutral but nosy public. Meanwhile, Quincy went live again. He didn't yell. He didn't cry. He didn't rant. He just looked tired. "I told y'all something wasn't right," he said quietly. "I told y'all there was more to that night. Now look." And then he said something that made even the silent watchers lean forward. She confirming things with her words that she trying to deny with her story. That line went instantly viral because it captured what millions were suddenly realizing. Tiana's denials were actually admissions in disguise. Then, in the middle of the chaos, a new leak appeared. Not a voicemail. Not a screenshot. Not a DM. A text thread. Allegedly between Tiana and Malik. And the most damning message was from her. I'm scared they're gonna find out we weren't supposed to be together that night. The internet split in half. Half said it was fake. Half said it was absolutely real. And the middle half, yes, the math broke, just screamed. Because whether the text was real or edited, it matched the energy of everything else happening. It fit too well. It aligned too perfectly with the voicemail. It matched Quincy's timeline. It reflected her shaky interview wording. And then, just when the hysteria reached its boiling point, a celebrity, someone who had no business commenting, jumped in. Pop superstar Lennox Ray tweeted, "Tiana been lying since the pool of blood story. You're just slow." No one expected that. No one even knew Lennox knew Tiana. And that was the moment the narrative shifted. Because if someone with that kind of influence, that kind of reach, that kind of insider access was comfortable calling her out publicly, then maybe the rumors weren't rumors anymore. Maybe the puzzle pieces that weren't supposed to fit together did. Maybe Tiana had been trying to bury something she was too deep into to escape. And then, a podcast uploaded a clip claiming they had obtained the full Malik voicemail, not just the leaked snippet. They didn't play it. They didn't describe it. They didn't speculate. They just said, "It's worse than people think." And in the final moments of the clip, the host added, "And Tiana's interview." She accidentally confirmed everything. The internet collectively stopped breathing. Everyone knew what was coming. A reveal so explosive the rumor wouldn't survive as a rumor. It would become fact. And the countdown had officially begun. The internet went eerily quiet, an omen more dangerous than the loudest meltdown. Because when gossip fans go silent, it means they're waiting for the kill shot. And everyone knew exactly where it was coming from, that full voicemail. Only 3 people were rumored to have it. Only one was bold enough to tease it publicly. And none of them had a reason to protect Tiana anymore. The tension reached a breaking point when the podcast team abruptly announced a live stream titled, "The Truth About Tiana, Malik, and That Night, Full Audio Breakdown." Within 5 minutes, 200,000 people were waiting in the chat. Within 10 minutes, it crossed 500,000. Within 20 minutes, celebrities started filing in like it was the Super Bowl of scandals. Then, the host walked on screen looking like he hadn't slept in 48 hours. He didn't waste time. He didn't greet the audience. He didn't sip water. He hit play. The full voicemail blasted through the speakers. And the world stopped. Not 3 words. Not 10. A full 27 seconds that felt like a trapdoor opening beneath every fan who defended Tiana. First came Malik's panicked whisper, "Tiana, call me back right now. Please." I don't know if she's awake, but the chat exploded. Who is she? Who was she with? What does he mean awake? But then the part no one was prepared for hit like a hammer. She wasn't supposed to come upstairs. I thought she was with you. The live stream chat froze so hard YouTube lagged. Even the host sat back, eyes wide, like he'd forgotten he was being watched. Then the voicemail continued. "She saw us. Look, I need to talk to you. Before anybody else does. She saw us." The 3 words that detonated every theory, every rumor, every timeline analysis across the internet. She saw us. Not, she saw me. Not, she walked in. Not, she caught something. She saw us. Meaning, it wasn't accidental. It wasn't random. And it sure as hell wasn't innocent. At that exact second, the live stream chat turned into digital wildfire. Tiana wasn't the only one upstairs. Malik admitting it by accident is crazy. If Tiana saw them, then WHO is them. This means Quincy, people begged him to go live on camera. But instead, Quincy posted one last message before logging out, and for the record, that woman upstairs wasn't Yora. Stop dragging her. This sent shockwaves across social media. If it wasn't Yora, if it wasn't Tiana, then who? Who was the woman Malik was with? Who hissed, "Don't let her pin this on you"? Who appeared in Tiana's hallway? Who was awake at 3 a.m. when Malik made that frantic call? Who knew the truth before the internet did? And then, as if summoned by the chaos itself, a brand new burner account appeared on Twitter with one chilling statement: "I was there. If Tiana keeps lying, I'm telling everything." The account's handle: "The one upstairs." The internet screamed. People begged for details. Others begged Tiana to speak. Some begged Tiana to stop speaking. Malik went offline. Yora posted a cryptic prayer hands emoji. And Tiana unfollowed Malik. Then deleted her interview clip. Then posted a single message to her story: "People love to twist things. God knows my heart." But nobody cared about hearts anymore. They cared about the truth. And the truth had just burst open like a grenade. The rumor Tiana spent months running from. The rumor she laughed at. The rumor she rolled her eyes at. The rumor she denied without actually denying. She confirmed it. Not with one sentence, but with every contradiction, every omission, every careful half-answer. Her own words. And now, the one person who holds the full, unreleased version of events is threatening to speak. The one upstairs. And if she talks, Tiana won't just be exposed. She'll be erased. If you made it to this moment, then you already know we are standing at the edge of the biggest celebrity implosion of the year. Everything we thought we understood about that night has been shattered. Tiana's timeline cracked. Malik's involvement exposed. Quincy's warnings vindicated. And now there's a mysterious woman calling herself the one upstairs, threatening to spill every detail the second Tiana slips again. And trust me, she will. This is no longer rumor. No longer speculation. No longer he said, she said. This is a countdown. A collapse in motion. A scandal that is about to swallow every person who tried to hide behind silence, pretty captions, and half-truth interviews. And the moment the one upstairs drops her receipts, screenshots, audio, footage, whatever she's holding, everything flips. Careers. Reputations. Friendships. The entire storyline. You cannot afford to miss what happens next. So stop scrolling. Stop lurking. Stop thinking someone else will update you. Hit like right now so this story outruns the damage control Tiana's team is already scrambling to do. Comment below with who you think the one upstairs is, because one of your theories might actually be right. And most importantly, subscribe with notifications on, because the next leak will not be subtle. It will not be soft. It will not be delayed. It will be nuclear. And when it drops, you need to be here first, before the blogs twist it, before the PR team spin it, before the truth gets buried again. Stay alert. Stay locked in. Because the next reveal could end everything.